In this video, can I do my video? In this video, we'll be showing how we apply Diatomaceous Earth, and we're trying to grow our pumpkin patch organically. So Diatomaceous Earth is a wonderful organic way to keep your garden healthy. And please watch my video and stay tuned at the end of the video for other links to all our other videos about growing our pumpkin patch and food and farming. Do you see those little horrible trolls there? Those are squash bugs. Those are the bugs that are going to kill all of our pumpkins. So I have got myself my Diatomaceous Earth. It's food grade, not the kind you get for your pools. And we are going to sprinkle around this in hopes that it takes care of it. And we're going to check all the stems and everything. But they got my first bloom out of our pumpkins. But do you see these little suckers? Oh, I'm so mad. Okay, between the drought last year, the flood this year, and now these awful, awful bugs. I think aquaponics is going to be the way to go. I'm really looking into it, and I am just going to take the online course, and we are not going to stop battling though. I'm going to put this food grade Diatomaceous Earth out on our pumpkins. You just literally, it's not going to hurt anything. You can drink this stuff. I mean, it's good for if you have like parasites or you're trying to flush your system. You literally just sprinkle it on them. And it's the crushed, and I know I'm going to say this wrong, exoskeleton, it's the crushed shells of an ancient sea shell. I don't even know what the name of it is now because my husband is so good at remembering the names of everything. So anyways, I'm going to get this all over. It's really hard to record and try to get this put out. So I'm going to do every single pumpkin in our field with this and hopes to keep all of our pumpkins alive. Wish me luck, everyone. Okay, I have got the Diatomaceous Earth out on the ground around all of my pumpkins. I just wanted to show you the type that we get. So it is definitely safe. It's all natural. Diatomaceous Earth feed grade is 100% pure Diatomaceous Earth. It's a natural product composed of ground Diatomaceous Earth, freshwater type. So when I get flustered, I sometimes forget. So anyways, it's 100% organic, by the way. We put this in our animals' feed. We put this, that helps take care of worms. If you I put in about a tablespoon per bucket of food, which holds about 3 or 4 scoops of food. So as you can see, I have all the pumpkins dusted, and I was going to show you the only thing, the cautionary thing I would say is because it is a very fine powder, you don't want to breathe it in. And if you get it on your hands, just make sure you wash your hands because it's drying. It'll make your hands feel super dry. It'll dry out anything. That's why it's good to put in your animal's feed. Now you find the direction of your wind and you stand, behind it. You don't want to be downwind of this stuff. And you literally sprinkle and let the wind take it. See how the wind just kind of takes it where you need it to go, okay? And so you literally want a very light dusting of this stuff around your plant, and you want to focus it more on the ground and around the stem, but you're going to get some on the leaves, which is going to get blown off by the wind. And as soon as this gets watered, you'll have to repeat the process. That is the only thing I can say about not using chemicals, is it's a tedious process, and you just have to repeat. But the good thing about Diatomaceous Earth, that it kills the animals by drying them out, and it cuts up their exoskeleton and it dries them out. Okay, so you just want to sprinkle them around each and every plant. I've done that here. I'm going to not do the watering. Yesterday we had a nice little downpour of rain, so the ground is still moist, but it is ideal to water first and then put this out later after your water has absorbed and your plants are dried out. So you just want to make sure that you get all, it around the stem is the best part, because the little squash bugs, they like to be on the ground underneath the heavy leaves. So like when I was showing you that plant earlier, these vines that start vining out, they'll start laying underneath those leaves and hiding out when the sun comes up. And so you really, a good tip is also doing this at nighttime. So water in the morning and do this at nighttime. But since I'm not going to water today, I'm going to let this stuff be on here all day long. And then tomorrow, I'll do my watering. And as you can see, my dog's over there. I'm not yelling at her because there's nothing growing over there, if you can see all that tall grass. We have lost the battle with the grass and the pumpkins on this side between the rabbits and the deer and the hogs. All of the pumpkins on this side are gone. So we have, starting from this row over, is pumpkins, which is still a lot of pumpkins. I mean, all those beautiful big leafy things you see are pumpkins. And I've been just picking the grass around the pumpkins, and then I'm going to get in here when I have some more time and get more of this grass picked out. But the grass is also giving me, giving the frogs a cover. And you want the frogs in here because that's going to help. And a really good thing, we have a lot of ladybugs, but if you start having an aphid problem, buy you some ladybugs. You can get them from online stores. Any local feed store should carry them, or could order them for you. So those are some tips about putting the Diatomaceous Earth out. Don't give up the battle, and we are definitely, hopeful that this pumpkin patch will grow good and we'll have a great fall crop and have a lot of new people come to our farm. And we are just excited to see the pumpkins, because I have a squash, butternut squash plant, which I'll put a link at the end of this video, and you can see my video of how we've battled for the pumpkin patch, battled the floods, and we have a beautiful, I call it a voluntary butternut squash because I didn't plant it. It's in the back behind our shed where we put our compost, and it just started growing on its own. So one seed has grown into a massive plant. I can only imagine what all of these are going to create if we can keep the squash boring bugs, out away from them, and the dogs as well. So she has her collar on. I could call her real quick. Watch. Nala. She's like, I'm coming. So just give a little beep, and she's like, okay, Mama, I'm coming. Jeez. All right, everyone. I just wanted to show you our progress on our pumpkin patch, and we are going to keep battling. We're going to keep fighting. So farming is difficult. Oh, I think I forgot a plant right there. I'm going to have to get some diatomaceous on those couple plants right there, and then I'm done. Out. You really do have to check your garden every day. If I didn't come out and check this, it would have been really big tomorrow, and then the seeds start getting tough. This is an Armenian cucumber, everyone. These are our favorite cucumbers. I'm going to pick that in just a second, but we're putting Diatomaceous Earth out here in the garden as well. We are picking up, oh, I got a frog hole I just stepped in. We are picking up these vines off the ground and trying to loop them up here on our trellis, which this has gone bananas. I wasn't expecting this to go like this. I mean, it is so heavy that it's knocking this down. So I'm trying to get this up so it'll grow up And then we will be able to see all the cucumbers growing. We're also going to be putting Diatomaceous Earth on the ground for the corn, so we can keep all of the ants off of it, because corn is super sweet. See, we already got some ants growing, or going. We got ants growing. Yeah, that's what we're doing. But, and we also have lots of ladybugs in here. If you don't know, ladybugs are amazing. We were just talking about them, about getting the aphids off of your plants. So if you have an aphid problem, ladybugs is your natural organic fighter on those. They eat them. They're actually little vicious ladybugs when they go after the aphids. Okay, I'm going to get this all pinned back up and get all of our corn. We have 6 rows of beautiful corn. It is doing amazing. I'm so happy with the way the corn is. I mean, this corn is almost as tall as I am. And then we got our squash over here. And we're going to put Diatomaceous Earth because we are worried about those squash bugs coming over here and messing up our beautiful yellow squash. Oh, I'm so excited to have yellow squash. This is our first crop, our first deal of yellow squash. And here we are in July, going into the last week of July, going into August here. All of our squash got damaged in that flood. So excited. Okay, gotta get to work. Look at the little frogs. Hey, froggies. Hello. Hello, family of frogs. Can you see that? You little baby. Mommy and daddy in there. Uh-oh. Wait, I'm scared. Aren't they cute? I love frogs. They're not scared of me either. They see me in here every day. Hi. Are you keeping all the bugs out of here? Okay, keep up the good work. So I just got Diatomaceous Earth put out on my corn, my cucumber, my squash, pumpkins, green beans, and turnips. So we have Diatomaceous Earth around every stem and mainly on the ground at the bottom of the plants. I just wanted to show you how tall the corn is. I just love it. I mean, look at this. Check it out. I mean, that's super awesome. I'm in love. I'm in love with the garden. Growing so good. I'm so happy after all the struggles that we have faced the last 2 years that we finally have food growing on the farm. All right, thank you so much for watching, and please click on those videos and watch how we started our farm and how the floods devastated everyone this year, including us. Thanks for watching.